Hi, how's it going? We at Mspire Development, we want to train you from the dream stage, from that place where you're at, saying, I want to be the next biggest thing. I want to be the artist that I see on TV. But believe it or not, that doesn't just happen. That's not something they just woke up and it just happened one day for them. That takes some work. It takes a team. It takes an effort. And a lot of times it takes years of effort to get there. And so what we want to do is we want to take you from that dream stage and start building on that and giving you the honest tools and the honest knowledge of what you need to do, what you're going to need to do to get to that place. One of the major things that you're going to need to know right off the bat is that if you want to be a musician, you want to be an artist in the music industry, you're going to have to learn this is an industry. It's a business. So they call it the music business for a reason. It's a business. Like any other business, business revolves around what? Money, right? There's a product, there's a consumer, right? There's supply and there's demand. All right? So, how does that work out in the music industry versus like a brick and mortar business like Walmart, right? How does that play out in the music industry, right? Your product, right? That would be your CDs, all right? Your downloads, your products that you're putting out, your merch, right? Your consumer, those are the people who are coming to your shows that are buying tickets. Those are the people who are buying your merch, downloading your music, buying your music off iTunes. Those are your consumers. So even in the music industry, even as a musician, you still cannot get away from the fact that this is a business and it revolves around money. There's a product, there's a consumer. All right? It does not matter what type of music you do. It's still a business. A lot of years ago, I was surprised to learn that even in the Christian music industry, it's a business like any other business. You may walk into a quote-unquote Christian record label and find non-Christian people working there who aren't even Christians, or they're swearing or something. You walk in and you're like, whoa, what is that? This is supposed to be a Christian record label. Well, it's a Christian record label, yes, but they're in the business of selling Christian music. Doesn't necessarily mean they have to be Christians. They're just in the business of selling Christian music. All right? That's a product given to a consumer, right? So you have to understand that no matter what the music is, the morality of the music, the style of music, if you want to make it in the music industry, you have to know it's a business. You got to know some stuff about business. You have to carry yourself like a business, because when you become an artist, you are a business. You are a business to yourself. And everything you do has to be carried like that. One of the things I tell artists that I run into, and when I was younger, and I was 19, and I had the dream of being a rapper, and I said I'd have everything I wanted. I thought I'd have everything I ever wanted by the time I was 22, and needless to say, that I had no idea what I was doing. I had no idea how to go about putting out records or selling records or anything like that. I just had this delusion of grandeur pretty much. And I just had a dream, and I knew I was talented, and I just knew that somebody was going to come and find me and scoop me up and whisk me away to some musical heaven where I was going to sell a lot of records and be the next biggest thing you'd ever see. But that's not the case. It takes a lot of work to become an artist. It takes a lot of work to become a record-selling artist. And one of the things I tell any artist that I come across is that, like any business, it takes time for that business to develop a fan base. That fan base is your consumer. Like any business, it takes a while to develop the trust between you and the consumer consistently, to where they keep coming back to you. And I tell artists that if you're not willing to take the time, and usually it takes any good business about 5 years to develop that kind of a repeat, coming back, developing consumership. 5 years to build your business. You're in the wrong industry. You're flat out in the wrong industry. If you're not willing to wait that amount of time, work on your craft, develop, and learn what it means to be a good artist, then you're in the wrong industry. Let me just cut this whole little dream trip short and tell you that you're wasting time. You're absolutely wasting your time. Now, has it happened before that an artist just blew up first time on stage? Yeah, it's happened. But those examples are so few and far in between, it's not funny. For the majority of the people in the music industry, they've been out 5, 10 years, sometimes 15, 20 years. They've been doing this on their own for a while before you ever see them on a TV screen or anything like that. They've been doing it for a while underground and just playing at shows, and suddenly you see them on TV or hear them on radio one day and you know who they are. But what you don't know is they've been doing this for a while, before anybody knew who they were on a massive scale. And so if you're not willing to work at this thing for a while, if you're not willing to really take the time that it takes to build the kind of trust between you and your fan base to where it grows, then you're not in a place where you want to be an artist, because that's what artists do. What I want to do is I want to be honest with you. I want to be upfront with you. Music is a business. It revolves around money and customers, and you have a product that you need to give. And before you start going out selling records, that's something you have to understand. So, what we want to do here at Mspire Development is really give you the tools and the development you need to become the artist you want to be. There's no sense in you running around spinning your wheels and dreaming endlessly about something that is way too far out of your reach. It's not out of your reach. It's completely doable. But like me, when I was in high school and I had a dream and I didn't know how to go about it, it just took a little bit of work, a little bit of persistence, a little bit of learning, and honestly, some people coming alongside me and teaching me, hey, this is how you do this. This is how you make a record. This is how you distribute a record. This is how you perform on stage. This is how you book a show. This is how you develop your merch line. This is how you do all this stuff. Because, believe it or not, you're not born doing that. You're not born knowing how to do that. Which is why I'm assuming you're here, right? So, we want to keep you in the place where you're always learning. You're learning. And while you're out there, you're writing music, you're doing shows, you're learning how to become the artist you want to be. Mspire Development, that's what we're all about. So, when you're ready, come along. We'll have more videos out for you. We'll keep training you and keep giving you the knowledge you need to be the artist you want to be. I'll see you next time.